So at that moment, I knew she was gone.
AJ Tay agonizing how an evening stroll turned deadly. Sky is a 5-pound maltipoo. The beloved pets joined the family for an evening stroll Monday. They were all standing by the busy concession stand at Second Beach when out of nowhere, a large off-leash dog bolted between them, grabbing Sky in its mouth. Tay jumped into action.
My hands were just at it, just trying to pry, and it just wouldn't let up.
When she was finally released, he says Sky was torn to shreds.
Her heart was still beating. So I thought we had a chance. I thought there was something we can do.
He says several bystanders stepped in, one giving the family a ride to the nearest vet.
Felt her last heartbeat. I didn't want to admit it, so I kept talking to her.
While they were on their way to the vet, others also jumped in.
Stop her!
Chasing the suspected owner, who fled the scene.
Stop! Her dog just killed a dog!
Utterly disrespectful towards the family and not taking ownership for this action. I think it's a horrible act.
This other video shows the woman leaving the main trail and getting away. Vancouver police are helping Animal Services with this investigation. Animal Services says it is aware of these social media videos and are using them to track down this owner. It says anyone who recognizes this woman should contact VPD's non-emergency line.
Having this happen, I never want to see and hear it happen to another dog, to another child, to another human being.
The family is hoping the owner turns herself in and looking for bylaw changes, like the one Richmond has, which requires dangerous breeds to be muzzled in public. Panic and chaos after an off-leash dog lunged and snapped up this smaller pup named Sky.
It felt like 3 to 5 minutes of just torture and agony.
When Sky was finally released, video captures this suspected owner leashing the dog and fleeing.
Stop! Stop her!
Despite attempts from Good Samaritans to get her to remain on scene, the woman scrambles away.
I think at the end of the day, it has happened. Whether Sky had lived or passed on, I think that's a coward move to just run off.
Now, days after the Monday attack, despite online attention and news coverage, the city's Animal Services Department says the owner hasn't come forward.
I would sort of put this at the same bar as if someone is involved in a traffic incident and you leave the scene.
There should be some consequences for her. I mean, a dog died. You know, that's terrible.
Sky was on leash with her family when the dog came from out of nowhere. The attack happened by all these picnic tables where there are families and kids, a busy area where dogs are not allowed to be off leash. Those who don't comply with the city's bylaw could face a fine between $250 to $10,000.
A large fine can send a very strong message that this is not going to be tolerable.
There could be consequences for the dog in question, too.
They could be facing an aggressive dog designation, potential destruction for their dog through an application in the courts. There could also be several other things that happen. We're looking at potentially civil damages.
I think he just misses her sister.
They're searching for justice and accountability for their tiniest member of the family. Angela Jung, Global News.